If you love hearing about people who love what they do, then join me for another uplifting story from People with Passion. Hi everyone, and welcome to People with Passion. I'm so happy to have your company and even more delighted to welcome a good friend of mine, Stephanie Bryant. Steph, thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks, Claire. It's my pleasure.
Look, Steph, you would have to be one of the most passionate people I know. You've always had a commitment that goes across the board to working with people, helping people. And I know that as an Arbonne Consultant, now you touch the lives of many people with, everything that Arbonne has to offer in terms of its life-giving and health-giving products that include nutrition and skincare and personal products. But, you and I both know there is just a huge array of so-called health products out there on the market. And it's so confusing for people. So how did you find Arbonne and what makes it different? And really, how did it end up becoming your business?
Well, I guess it found me, Claire. There are an enormous amount of products out on the market, and you're absolutely right. And it's very confusing for people because how do you know what's good and what's not good? So Arbonne really found me. A very good friend of mine introduced me to the skincare products. I'd never been a skincare user because I never really saw the value in it. And in fact, I never really considered myself a product user as such. But after trying the products on my skin, I thought they were fabulous. And it was coincidental that at the time I had just been made redundant. And Corinne also shared with me that there was an amazing business behind this. So I, of course, thought that this wasn't the kind of business that I would be interested in. However, because I valued her and her opinion, and I thought, well, we'd made a decision that I was going to stay home for a little while and work out what I wanted to do next. Because as you know, my husband Kev works away and we've got a young son, Oscar. So it was going to be a great opportunity for me to be available to Oscar, but I could take my time to work out what I wanted to do next. Because I knew I didn't want to go back into that corporate world of working, 40 hours a week for somebody else on someone else's terms and conditions. But I had absolutely no idea what it was I wanted to do because, public relations, and marketing was really all I'd known. It's what I'd always done. So when my girlfriend said to me, this is a great business, I thought, well, look, I can potter doing this. I love the products. They seem really nice. And this can just be something I play with until I found my job, what it is I want to do next. So, and in the learning of the business, I discovered that there were harmful chemicals in personal care products, which really surprised me. And I guess I was really quite surprised as well as annoyed that there wasn't a governing body looking after us. So I thought, well, if I didn't know that there wasn't someone looking after us, I'm sure a lot of other family and friends of mine don't as well. So I guess I made it my mission to actually share with people that it's our responsibility to keep ourselves safe when it comes to what we're putting on our bodies. So we have to read labels and that responsibility is ours and no one else's. So, and I guess just by virtue of sharing and being passionate about that, within 12 months, I had an amazing business going and I didn't have to actually go back to work. And it was awesome because I found something that I loved doing that I felt added value to people's lives. And I felt like I was doing something, worthwhile. And it was great because I found a passion in something I would never dreamt would be. So,
and I think what really makes a difference with with this kind of business is people seeing results. They want to see that you are getting results from using the products yourself before they feel comfortable trying them.
Absolutely. And we are a results-driven company. So despite the fact that we have safe products and we're a company that actually cares about the safety of products, number one, we're actually a results-driven business as well. Because at the end of the day, the only reason we use products is to get some kind of result. So we actually, our products are actually formulated alongside a group of professionals in the industries, in the medical industry. So they're formulated alongside people that are like pediatricians and ophthalmologists and gastroenterologists and naturopaths and all sorts of people to ensure that not only do we have the safest products possible on the market, but that also that we are a cutting edge and that we actually do provide results as well. So both benefits, both sides of the coins, which is great.
So, I think that's all so fantastic. And I know you to be a really hard worker. You've always been a hard worker, and you continue to love working with people and aiming for the best for people. And I think it's really inspiring for other people to see someone who's doing something meaningful that fills them up. So how would you say your life is different from before to now?
I've always loved what I do. As you know, Claire, I've worked in, as I was saying before, public relations and marketing, and I absolutely loved it. And so I've always been someone that's helped people. But with this, I feel like I'm actually adding value to people's lives, and I've found something that it really has great purpose for me. And my life looks very different because the business that I have now, it gives me options, it gives me flexibility. It means that I can choose what hours I work. It means I can choose when I go on holidays. If I go on holidays, it means I can choose how hard or as light as I want to work. And it means that I'm not restricted by swapping, I guess, time for money. So that flexibility means that I'm more present for my family and I'm more present in my personal life. So it makes me a happier, better person. It means that I can help other people with, I guess, without any pressure and without any stress in my life. And it's a win-win all around because it certainly benefits my family. And I guess the reason I love what I do so much is for that exact reason, Claire, that I've always liked helping people and to know that you're actually adding value to people's lives. So, when you work in public relations and marketing, you're helping people, but you're helping someone's bottom line. You're helping someone get a better presence in the media, or you're helping someone, in some other way. But at the end of the day, it's actually helping someone with their bottom line. I'm now helping add value and get people healthier, improve their skin, get their gut health right, and give people an option to actually be able to work from home around their family. So I feel like I'm really contributing.
Yeah. And that really shows. And again, I think that's truly inspiring. And I know that you've had some really big dreams, and you've got more dreams to come. You're living the dream now. And I think it's so fantastic. You're almost relentlessly positive. That's how I see you. But I wonder, do you have any doubts sometimes? Do you have any down days?
Absolutely. I think it's pretty normal that we all do. I think we all question ourselves and whether it's our ability or, sometimes you can just be having a down day. But one thing I will say, because I'm so passionate about what I'm doing, I absolutely love the industry I work in. I don't question the industry I work in. I certainly don't question the company I work for. We care about the people and planet before profit. So we've just been certified a B Corporation, which is absolutely extraordinary and fantastic, and it makes me really proud. It also, we're vegan certified. We've never tested on animals. So I've never second guessed or had doubt in the company I work for either. So that also helps. But yeah, do I have down days and do I doubt myself? Absolutely. Sometimes I do. But I'm conscious to do a lot of personal development, and I'm conscious also that, those doubts and things are only bad if you actually don't just dust yourself off and get back up again. So as you were saying, I do have big dreams, but I also have a big vision, and I also have a really big why. So I have something that actually helps motivate me to get up and dust myself off. There are lots more people I need to help. There are lots more people whose lives I want to change, and there are lots more people that I want to help them reach their dreams and goals and aspirations too. So, I try to make those doubts and things as short-lived as possible. And, at the end of the day, I guess those things are only as big as you allow them to be. And as I said, just push through.
Yeah, I think what you're saying is pretty true of all people with passion that I know. They've been through the trenches, they've scaled the heights, but that's all part of daring, isn't it? Daring to do what you love, and also that thing of being called. You cannot ignore what you're called to do. And I think, if you don't mind me saying, I think in your industry there are a lot of people who are very driven, which I think is quite different to being called, don't you think?
I do, and it's funny you should say that, because I never actually considered that I had a calling. And when we grow up, you read books and someone's had a calling to be a doctor or a nurse, and I never quite understood that, and I don't think until I actually started with Arbonne, when I realised that what I was doing was more about other people than myself. And so, yeah, I do totally understand that calling, but I also understand being driven as well. But I think you can be driven to your calling and to work hard and to, you've got to be driven to reach your goals, and you've still got to be driven to be able to get up every day and to be motivated enough for something to work towards an end goal. But I think you can be driven for the wrong reasons as well. So I do understand what you're saying. So I think you can be both, but I think it depends what you're driven for, and if you're driven for a good purpose and that's about other people, or whether you're driven for self-serving reasons.
Yeah, absolutely. And Steph, look, I love seeing your success. I've been a witness to many things that you've done, and I absolutely love seeing what you're doing now. And we're going to wrap up in a minute, but I just thought, is there any sort of final thing that you'd like to say?
Yeah, I guess one of the things for me is, I think when we become adults and we grow up and we become serious and have responsibility, that we forget to dream. And I think we need to remember to dream again. And I think it's really good to have massive dreams. When you're little, you can go to a kindy and ask a little girl, what do you want to be when you grow up? And with confidence and with utter belief, she might say that I'm going to be a mermaid when I grow up. Or there might be a little boy that says he's going to be an astronaut, or he's going to be the Prime Minister, and he truly, truly believes it. I think, we kind of lose the fun in life, and we also lose the ability to, have those big visions and dreams, because we don't allow ourselves it as we grow up, because we've got bills to pay and life becomes really serious. But I think we've got to allow ourselves to dream, because you can only achieve what you aim at. And I think the bigger your dream is and the bigger your vision is, the bigger what you will achieve or your outcome will be. And I really believe that you need to set dreams and visions that not only excite you but terrify you, because that's what leads you outside your comfort zone, and that's what's going to make you grow, and that's what's really going to make you achieve what you want to achieve. But also it gives you the opportunity, if your dream's big enough, you can actually take other people along with your dream as well and include other people.
I love it.
If people are comfortable and confident that you're where you're going, where you're directed, it's much easier to take people along for the ride when they actually see, and they can actually feel it and see it in you.
So true. Steph, it's been such a pleasure speaking with you today. Thanks for your time, and thank you to all of you who have been watching. We'll have Steph's details and some information so that you can contact her and read more about everything that she's doing with Arbonne. And thank you very much for watching. I look forward to your company next time on People with Passion.